I know Alex and I have briefly talked about it, the writer strikes that happened. At least from my perspective, it was more of still with the rest of the public in terms of our understanding on what was going on. Us in the visual effects side of things, we were just kind of waiting and seeing if stuff's going to change, how's it going to impact us. So if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving more insight as to what went into it, why did strikes happen, what the writers were trying to get out of it.
I think a lot of the problems start from the shortened television series that we have now, 8 and 10 episodes.
Mm,
It makes it difficult for people who work behind the camera to keep that income coming. Because it used to be when I was selling episodes of Star Trek, we had 24 episode seasons,
mm,
right?
mm,
And that kept people at work. And then you go on hiatus and you could weather the hiatus just fine. And then you come back to work for another 24 episodes. Turns out that it's very difficult for people now to maintain the same level of income when you're only working on 8 or 10 episodes. It's like you got to have another television series lined up to do that, right? And then the studios start tweaking things, like trying to play the same episode on several sort of platforms without reimbursing people for those plays. And that's just wrong. I mean, how do you expect the best talent to live if you're not going to pay them a living wage? Because that's basically going to hurt your production. Hollywood seems very counterintuitive to me when it comes to paying people what they deserve to be paid, because there are so many other ways for people to spend their time. We're not locked in front of a television with only three major networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS. We aren't stuck with those anymore. The choices are endless. There's so much to do and get involved with. And people are more sophisticated today than ever before. They are very sophisticated consumers of entertainment. They can spot poor production values when they see it. They know a story when it isn't working. So you need to keep that pump primed with quality people, and you need to pay these people what they deserve to be paid. If I was like the CEO of one of these big studios, I'd take $20 million left to make sure everybody else can get paid. I mean, seriously, how many golden toilet seats can I sit my ass on at one time? I just don't understand the level of greed. I can only hope that there'll be more people with more integrity that get into these higher positions. It's getting to the point now where it's not a matter of if you're going to get screwed over by Hollywood, but when. And who needs that?
Yeah.
I hate to say, the racism, the sexism, the ageism, the ism. And then they're going to screw you out of money too. Well, at some point, you got to say, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be something better else going on elsewhere.